All in the beans. Grinding the beans before brewing improves morning coffee like nothing else. Whole beans will improve your coffee experience, regardless of whether you have a liquid-cooled quantum AI-powered espresso machine or a $20 Mr. Coffee. Today we will talk about the best coffee grinders to amp up your morning brew. Like, share, and unsubscribe to keep watching such videos. Let's begin. Number 13. Fellow Opus Conical Burr Grinder. When the Opus is first installed, customers have mixed opinions about it. It is lighter than some of the other products on our list, and more plastic was used in the construction than most customers want. When it was operating at its best, the grounds it generated resembled 00 flour. They were incredibly little and remarkably constant when viewed via a macro lens. Another aspect is one that is simple to miss. It is silent. Being the first person awake in the morning essentially acts as an alarm clock for the entire house. No matter what kind of coffee you're grinding, the Opus can fulfill your needs because it grinds quietly and efficiently, and on Amazon, it costs less than $200. Number 12. Conical Grinder made by OXO. Among the electric grinders we've used, OXO's brew has an excellent blend of features, usability, and reasonably low pricing. As a conical burr grinder, it provides the accuracy needed for the majority of brewing processes. There are 15 options, which accommodate every brewing scenario from espresso with finely ground beans to French press appropriate coarser grain. Although it is 16 inches tall and may be a tight fit under the cabinets, its slim, narrow form doesn't take up much counter space. Keep in mind that you need some room to remove the cover and add the beans. It grinds swiftly and is by no means completely silent, but it is also not overly loud. The similarly popular. Get yours at Amazon for $100. Number 11. Mignon Eureka Nut. The Eureka Mignon Nut, which is hand-built in Florence, Italy, is the greatest grinder we've ever tested. It is constructed with longevity in mind from top to bottom. It can be disassembled for maintenance on its powerful internal mechanisms, burr cleaning, and problem solving. In addition, the chassis is constructed like a tank and, in contrast to other grinders, is virtually entirely comprised of steel. It can be extremely difficult and occasionally impossible to service a heavy-duty machine with fragile plastic, such as a burr grinder, without shattering something. There will always be issues with burr grinders. They grind oily beans into fine powders, so somewhere there will be a buildup. One of the first burr grinders that buyers feel convinced might truly outlast them is the Mignon Nut. Purchase one at Seattle Coffee Gear for $329. Number 10. Burr Grinder by Baratza Encore. The Baratza Encore has been available for more than 10 years without change for a reason. This conical burr grinder is more accessible and less expensive than other high-quality grinders, despite the fact that coffee culture can frequently look exclusive and unwelcoming. It doesn't take up much counter space, has an automatic shoot-off timer, and is easy to use. If your kitchen fits the specifications, it is approximately 14 inches tall. Additionally, the Baratza Encore is simple to maintain and fix. Although the variability includes flat burrs and a scale, it doesn't accomplish much to justify its price of more than $500. On Amazon, you can get yours for $150. Number 9. Blade Coffee Grinder from KitchenAid. Although a burr grinder will produce substantially nicer coffee, a straightforward blade grinder is quite adequate. A blade grinder will typically work just fine if you're only grinding coffee for a drip machine, French press, or pour-over. Because it features a little removable cup, you can empty the grinds without having to flip the entire grinder over your coffee maker. It is sturdy, and most crucially, it completes the task at hand. You'll be in for a fantastic cup of coffee if you add fresh, locally roasted beans. Get yours from Amazon for $30. Number 8. Ode Brew Grinder. The Ode Brew grinder is a fantastic grinder, but it only grinds coffee coarsely enough for pour-over, drip, or French press brewing. Its flat burrs create a grind that is incredibly consistent and elevates an excellent pour-over. It is constructed entirely of metal and attractive to the eye, much like a tank. The Ode grinds your coffee beans thoroughly, quickly, and fairly quietly. If you want to improve your coffee game at home, but don't want to make espresso, we suggest it. You can purchase one from Amazon for $200. Number 7. Grinder Baratza Encore ESP. The Baratza Encore ESP grinder differs slightly from the regular Encore. The ESP is a little more expensive, but there's a solid reason for it. Thanks to its macro adjustment technology, it can grind coffee more finely than the conventional Encore. It has 40 grind settings, 20 macro settings for producing coarser grounds suited for pour-over, drip, or French press coffee, and 20 micro settings for producing ultra-fine espresso grounds. Additionally, the complete blade assembly may be removed from the machine without the use of any tools, which makes cleaning and maintaining the device considerably simpler than it often is. Purchase yours from Baratza for $200. Number 6. Wilfa Uniform Grinder. The Wilfa Uniform Grinder won't provide consistently ground coffee for espresso, but it will for practically all other varieties of coffee. Given that it has flat burrs, the ground coffee it produces will be strikingly uniform. Every single ground has a shape that is practically identical, because it guarantees that every cup of coffee you brew will be as rich and flavorful as possible. That level of consistency is perfect for making coffee at home. It costs $299 and is offered by Lardera coffee roasters. Number 5. Breville Smart Grinder Pro. In our time, we have murdered quite a few burr grinders. Even with proper care, the majority of the ones you'll find for under $80 aren't going to live very long because they can be difficult to maintain and keep clean. Being a burr grinder is a difficult life since the motors burn out, the burrs become worn down, and coffee dust accumulates in difficult-to-reach locations. One of the best consumers used is the Breville Smart Grinder Pro. It includes a variety of functionalities that are advantageous, including a grind timer, an adjustable dose control, and attachments that allow you to place a portafilter directly beneath the spout where the grounds are released. Get yours from Amazon for $200. Number 4. Scale-equipped OXO burr grinder. Starting with freshly roasted beans, grinding them to the perfect consistency, and adding hot water are the 3 essential steps in making superb coffee. It all comes down to measuring your variables and gradually modifying each one to produce consistently excellent coffee. The weight of the grounds you use is one important factor, and this OXO model is one of the few grinders with an integrated scale. Set your grind size, choose your desired weight, press start, and then step away. It will automatically turn off when finished. This is a good approach to streamline your morning routine, especially if counter space is at a premium. You could also weigh your beans with a kitchen scale. Get yours from Amazon for $165. Number 3. Hario Skerton Pro. It grinds the half cup of fine grounds for my mocha pot quickly, less than 2 minutes, and the burr design ensures a fine, consistent grind. Keep in mind that we stated fine. Due to the Skerton Pro's inconsistency at coarse grinds, this is not the greatest option for French press brewing. The silicone grip is continually coming off, which is a drawback. Scott tossed his away because it wasn't very effective. The threads on the grinder portion are common, so if the glass jar breaks for any reason, you can simply use a typical ball mason jar. Get yours from Amazon for $53. Number 2. Mini Slim Plus Hario. Scott Gilbertson, a senior reviewer, utilized this tiny Hario for the first time ever. It's ideal for a little mocha pot or one espresso shot. Although it doesn't grind as quickly as the Skerton, the plastic structure makes it more lighter and safer to pack in your bag when you travel. There is also the Mini Slim Pro, which is a little bigger and more expensive. The Mini Slim grinds roughly the same, but because you can't see how much coffee you've ground, he doesn't like it as much. Priced at $36 on Amazon, where it is available. Number 1. VSSL Java Grinder. VSSL originally produced waterproof canisters with lanterns, compasses, first aid kits, and other ultra-durable camping equipment. The business recently developed the Java, A transportable coffee grinder tough enough to survive the zombie apocalypse or a bumpy ride to your preferred campsite, using the same design of a thin tube constructed of aircraft-grade aluminum. The system generates a beautiful, even grind that covers the entire range of brew options, from French press, coarse to espresso fine. Even though it weighs about 14 ounces, you might use it to grind fresh beans while camping. The Java is not inexpensive, but if you go camping frequently and want a grinder that will last a lifetime, this one is ideal. The cost is $160 on Amazon. One grind at a time, improve your coffee drinking experience. Cheers to the freshest, tastiest brews in every cup. Subscribe for more latest updates.